Hello. We have had some exciting events take place. We have found another symbol. I was not expecting this symbol, but when I saw it, I went right back into the directions and I had misinterpreted one section. And now it's cleared a lot of things up, and what has revealed itself is going to end up being the tomb of Sir Francis Bacon. We already have his legs. It was found that they were found within the keystone, and that part is given to you. The other half you have to find, and it's hidden within the map. And there are directions, Freemason symbols, Freemasonry, the symbols of Freemasonry are the legend to the map. And so that's what we've been following. And I'm just going to go through it with you, and I'll show you where we are and what is manifested. And we are right in front of the tomb of Sir Francis Bacon. And so here he is. This is who we're looking for. Let's hit it. This is page 3, the last page in your directions. And this symbol right here. We were never able to locate this symbol. I interpreted it as the bottleneck. If you, hold on just a second. If you look at the bottleneck, it's in the shape of a keystone and it forms a square. Comes across this way and forms a square. And so I was reading the directions as just as this carving, whenever you get to the location, you're looking for two. You have the crescent moon. The crescent, because part of the moon is visible and part of it is invisible. And so one of these is visible to you, and it ends up being this symbol. We found that on the side of the stone, what ends up being the temple stone. And you're going to end up going under the stone. That's why you have the arrow. And so we found that symbol, but we were never able to identify this. And I thought, just as you carved this symbol on the rock, you carved this bottleneck into this shape. And then the gold will be found, or the treasure will be found underneath it. And the skirt, foundation lines, dig out the temple stone, and that was kind of like your foundation. But that is incorrect. And then that symbol actually does end up appearing, but it's invisible, it's hidden. You have to locate it, and your directions are going to take you to it. And that's what we have just discovered, because this symbol has manifested. And according to the directions, so the directions, this is what you're looking for, and this is how you're going to find it. And according to the directions, when you find this symbol, you have boxed him in, and the treasure's right in front of you. And so with that, this is the carving that you find, and we're following the carving. You find a big lid, which represents the door. And after you found once you broke through the door, you then find these two shapes. Two shapes with a divider in between, which ends up being your slice and your plate with the divider in between. And so we started breaking through that. And according to the carving, you're looking for a box. Has the number 10 off to the side, what looks like the number 10. And then you have the man putting himself in a hole. And so that's what we're looking for. And according to this, it has to be directly behind these two shapes, a box or square of some kind. So we started breaking through that. This is where we were in the last video. This is where the slice was. This is where the plate was. We kind of broke it off and started breaking this up. And another shape appeared on top of the plate. We didn't know what that was yet, but we know it's part of our answer because we're looking for a box, but that doesn't make a box. And so we have to break all this up and start pushing it this direction. So we dug this out further and we broke all this stone up right here. And when you dig it back further, it continues to make this shape. It just keeps going straight. It would have came out here and made an oval, just like in your last picture. And when you continue, it makes that shape. So we said, okay, we're going to bust down here and find your hole somewhere. So we dug back a little further. And when we dug back just a little bit further and broke down, a shape appeared on the floor. This has been completely flat for almost 10 feet all the way to this spot. Your plate and your slice were right here. We broke them down to the flat, and it raises up about a ½ inch right here, and it swoops down and then flattens out and goes this direction. Just like the shape in the directions. That's 7 feet underground, 3 feet in a stone. And now that shape has appeared. The arrow pointing down, just like this one, you had to go under the stone, and then you were following shapes. When you get here, you got to break down into the stone, and this symbol will appear. And there it is in the floor. And so we said, okay. And so we continued to start breaking rock. We just broke this section and started digging back a little bit back here. And this shape began to open up. And it looked like it was beginning to form a circle. A big circle. And it came off here. We broke it. It was flat, and then it would have rounded off. So we dug further, and that is ultimately what it did. It creates a perfect circle going all the way around, about 3 feet across, I'd say about 3 feet back, and then came out. And that is exactly what his hole looks like. It's a circle, about 3/4 of a circle, and then it comes out just a little bit, and you're going to break in to his hole, where you will find his box, his bones, and whatever he's left, his writings and everything that he's put in with him will be found within a box. And that box will be found in a hole. And he marked that hole with that circle. The stone begins to drop off. He cannot go to the right because the end of the stone is there. He cannot go to the left because of the slice. We have him boxed in, just like the directions show. When you find that symbol in the foundation, the stone that's under the temple stone, you have me boxed in. And there is that shape. You're looking for the first one, and it's given to you. The next one is hidden. You got to find it, the crescent. Part of it's visible, part of it's invisible. And it's in the floor, pointing at this shape right here. This big circle. And it is the end of the stone. I believe we are going to, let me get this other picture. So we are going to pour Dexpan, all this is coming to the flat. And we'll get right in front of the circle, and then I'll take a 2-foot drill bit and we'll drill at the floor level into the circle. And that's what the directions are showing. As you're breaking through the rock, it's creating a flat surface. It raised up just a little bit and gave us that symbol. You're going to identify the shape of your hole, and you're going to punch in through the side at the floor level. And so that's our plan. We're going to attack this week and hope to have this gone and punching through to ultimately give us the tomb of Sir Francis Bacon. It's just not possible. We have every last symbol now. Every single one has now manifested. And now we have this shape, which is the same shape as the carving. And it's identifying his hole. And so I'm going to let you know as soon as we are there and we are punching in, I will be recording. And I'll let you know as soon as we are finished. All glory to Yahweh. Thank you for your son, Yahushua. Thank you for knowledge, understanding, and wisdom. All glory to you. This is going to be magnificent. It's going to change the world. It's going to have to change history. And I believe we're going to find the Ark of the Covenant here as well. Big things coming. The world's really getting shaken up. Till the next one, see you guys.